So hello everybody, welcome to another walkthrough and memories of episode. This time I'd like to show you Westgate. Now I have a real history with this place. I was a big fan of it when it was the Hilton. I stayed solo there in 2008 and 2009 when it was the Hilton. It then changed hands and was called LVH, which rather imaginatively referred to Las Vegas Hotel. I mean, it was the worst name. Whoever in the marketing department came up with that name, I'm sure they were sacked soon after. It was absolutely horrific. Now, with LVH, it went downhill massively. Suzanne and I stayed here again in 2012, and it was LVH then. And I'll explain the casino changes in a minute, and you'll sort of understand what I mean. But we enjoyed staying here because there was a package where you could book a hotel room and have sort of access to this complimentary lounge, which had a whole load of food and free drinks in it for, like, I don't know, it was the equivalent of a resort for your day. But we used to pretty much, and it was literally next to our room, so we used to go in there and stock up with food and drinks and just take them. I don't think you were supposed to take it out of the room, but we just used to take it next door back into our room, and we did that for the whole of the stay. So we enjoyed it, but they did let it was very, very run down, and there was lots of talk about people should, it should just be imploded, etc., etc. But then Westgate came along, and they have improved it massively, actually. And I would like to stay here again. Again, problem is it's all to do with the comps, isn't it? And I don't tend to play here that much, so but maybe I need to give it some love again, because the thing I like about it is the fact that, you know, you have the monorail attached to the property, so literally out of your room on the monorail, which runs every 8 minutes, and you can get anywhere on the strip all the way down to MGM Grand. Now this place is steeped in history, and I think it's a fairly traditional design. And so this has just caught my eye here. Oh, this is to do with the Raiders, right? Okay. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Now the headliner here now is Barry Manilow. Now I actually really like Barry Manilow. I think he's an excellent performer. I saw him twice here, and we'll go down to the showroom. He was originally here. He kept extending his run. Actually, look at that ceiling. Isn't that wonderful? He kept extending his run here, and then eventually he moved to Paris, and I saw him at Paris as well. So I think I saw him twice here and once at Paris with Suzanne. But I know he's, you know, considered a bit naff in some quarters, but I just think he writes really sort of good melodic pop music from an earlier era. So he's now back again. I don't know how old he is. He must be getting on. He looks very plastic these days, that is for sure. So this theatre is great, and I think if you come to Vegas, this theatre is obviously very famous for being where Elvis Presley played. Then the Westgate was called the International, hence the International Showroom. Well, look, you can get Barry Manilow merch. So if Bazza is ever on when I'm in Vegas, I will see him again for sure. Now with Elvis Presley, he only ever played here, and once he played at the Frontier. I think his initial show was at the Frontier, and then he solely played the International. So it is very famous for that reason, clearly. I mean, honestly, to to be here when Elvis Presley was playing, can you imagine? I mean, I think he did it was just over 800 shows he did. And they were all sold out. And they used to have here, which I featured in my vlog, I think it was 2016, they used to have an Elvis Presley sort of museum here, which they closed down because they fell out with the Presley family. But it was really good. Had a whole load of his outfits and everything, but I've got a video which shows what was in there, if you care to look. Now, as you walk down here, this is probably considered to be one of the best sports books in Vegas. It's fairly new. When I say fairly, I mean probably in the last, probably the last 5 years they've upgraded this. And I think the best sports book always used to be Stardust, going back years ago. But this one's very nice. A nice little ceiling there, look. And this poker room here, which obviously now is where the Trooper has his Trooper Thursdays. And actually it's Thursday today, maybe I should hang around. This used to be... actually, was it here? No, it's actually, no, it's not. It used to be this bit. This here used to be what they called Wheel of Fortune World. You used to have every variation of Wheel of Fortune slot machines in this area. In fact, I think it was this area plus the poker room together, because it was bigger than that. So yeah, they've obviously built the poker room on, I think. But you used to be able to walk through sort of here, and they had two rooms full of all of the Wheel of Fortune machines. So I used to like coming in here in the evening and literally just doing solid Wheel of Fortune for hours on end. And at the end, this there always used to be a deli up here. Yeah, there still is. Decent deli, this one. And they used to have pool tables here, but they've obviously got rid of them now. So yeah, it's a very impressive sports book. There's no doubt about that at all. Very, very impressive. Now I'm going to walk back up to the front of the casino now, because I want to show you what I considered at the time the best slots-based casino in Las Vegas. So I will meet you where the old Space Quest casino used to be. So they've always had this main casino area here, and this really hasn't changed a great deal. The table games have always been in the middle there. The slots have always been placed pretty much exactly where they are now. Cashier's cage is just there, and the high limit room is just here. But what they had, now I'm not sure, I'm guessing this was inspired by the Star Trek experience. They used to have a Star Trek exhibit at the end here. And outside, and it was incredibly popular. You used to get teams of Star Trek fans coming up here to visit it. And you even had sort of Klingon things on the monorail that would talk to you on your way up to the Hilton. And this here, over here, this is where you used to go in to it. And they've turned it into a timeshare sales area. I mean, you can tell it's space themed, can't you, just by the door. But and you can still just about see in here, look, the space theming. They obviously haven't ripped out the space theming. I'm not going in because they'll try and sell me a timeshare. But that really was the best slot area in Vegas. It was still around when I last stayed here as it was a Hilton in 2009. So again, all of this gift shop has the same doors, look, or the same sort of design. So this is all part of it here. And you used to be able to sort of walk through there. And it was absolutely packed full of all of the latest slot machines. Absolutely amazing it was. Now what happened is the Star Trek experience closed. Then very quickly after that, the Space Quest casino closed. It was running for a little while afterwards with hardly any servers, and it was all really down at heel. And obviously they've just got rid of it completely now, but at least they've smartened this place up. I mean, all these shops here, you know, a lot of them used to be sort of boarded up, and it really was in a shocking state. But just walking down here now, it actually looks pretty good. I always used to stay right at the end here. Get the there was always a Pizza Hut at the end of this walkway. It's a big building, this. It really is a huge building. But the actual casino itself, as you've seen, is relatively small. And they've still got a whole load of rooms that they don't really use. Yeah, I think by the looks of it, they've got rid of the Pizza Hut that used to be here. It was literally just in this bit. Yeah, completely gone, and it's just a gift shop now. Right, I'll just meet you back at the entrance. I just want to show you an Elvis related item. So here we are at the reception area at the front of the property. As you can see, it's fairly busy. I mean, this place is really, really popular with convention goers. On the monorail, the next stop down is the convention centre, so that's the reason. But I just wanted to show you this, a really cool statue of Elvis. Really, really good. And actually it gives you some facts about his residency here. 837 consecutive sold-out performances, look at that. 8-year exclusive run at the Hilton showroom, or international showroom as it is now. Incredible. Oh, I would love to be able to press a button, go back in time and look at, have a look at one of those shows. I really would. Amazing.
Oh yeah. Ooh, baby. Come on. All right. Oh yeah.
So we're out of season for the pool area, but I'll just see if I can give you a quick glimpse of it as we're here. It's on the 3rd floor of the hotel building. If you want to keep up your fitness while you're here, the fitness centre is in there. And the pool is just through here. I think they're doing work on it now, but I'll just see if I can get through here and show you a glimpse. So we're out of pool season now, but the pool here is pretty good. Suzanne approved. Fairly simple design, but always fairly quiet. So that pretty much shows you everything you need to see in Westgate. I think this is a very solid property. I have absolutely no problem whatsoever with the location, based on the fact that the monorail is literally attached to the property. You'd need a comp or something, I guess, to make it worth your while. But I can't leave here without mentioning the other thing that this property is famous for, and that of course is the Louis Theroux documentary. And I've done a tour around before I started filming this, searching for Martha Ogman, the famous slots player, and sadly she is definitely not here today. And if ever there is a documentary that demands a follow-up, it's that one. I want to know about these individuals. I want to know what happened to the Mattress King, what happened to the 2 blackjack players, what happened to Martha herself. Are they all broke? Are they still gambling? And just based on my own little YouTube channel and how views have sort of increased over the last couple of years, if Louis ever revisited that documentary, the views would go through the roof. I'd imagine it'd be one of the most popular BBC documentaries of all time. And if Louis won't do it, I'll do it for free. And actually, walking around here and explaining it all to you is, yeah, made me sort of long for this place a little bit. I need to show it some love, I think, and come back. It's nice to see it looking nicely done up and it really does look pretty spotless now. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough. I've certainly enjoyed doing it. Feel very positive about this place, and I will speak to you on the next one. Take care, guys.